Hey, what's up guys? TJ here. Today I'm out at Mount Hood and we're gonna be looking at the Capita Ultrafear. I've actually ridden this snowboard a few times in the past. Last time we were here out riding on the Spring Pass, we did a hike pretty much to the top of Mount Hood. We went up to Crater Rock, had a nice inversion, got to feel the board out for some more free riding, kind of natural terrain. I rode it at Arapahoe Basin as well, did some pond skimming with it. The Ultrafear is a true twin freestyle snowboard with the flex just on the softer side of medium. I'd place the flex right around a 4 out of 10. And it's also gonna have a rocker dominant profile. So it's flat through the insert packs all the way out to the end of the insert packs. So a little bit more flat than the horoscope. And then it's gonna be rockered in the tips outside that flat zone. I think that flat section helps to offer just a little bit more stability versus a true full rocker profile. And it's also gonna help with locking into rail features. That's probably the biggest benefit that I enjoy on flat camber snowboards, is when you're locking into rails, you have a lot of the surface of the base of the snowboard actually in contact with the rail. So you just have a little bit more control and it makes it a little bit easier to lock in. And like I said, that camber profile is rocker dominant, so you're able to get some nice presses going with this guy, and you don't really feel that flex start to kick in until you get to the end of that rocker profile. There's a few other bells and whistles that Capita threw in this snowboard. First off is gonna be the Kevlar bound sidewalls on this snowboard. So there's actually Kevlar built into this snowboard to just help make it a little bit more durable. There's also gonna be a Titanol alloy strip going right down the center of the snowboard from tip to tip. So that's just gonna help to make the board a little bit more poppy, give it some more rigidity and more stability for you, helping to offset that rocker dominant profile a little bit and still keeping this board having a nice and lively feel to it. You're also gonna find cork built into the sidewalls just to help with dampening as you're going over chop on those harder landings. That cork is just gonna help mellow that out just a little bit and absorb some of those shocks that are passing through the snowboard. And then the last couple of things that I noticed about this guy that Capita actually doesn't really advertise, but I think it's worth noting, is that this board is really lightweight and it comes with a structured sintered base. I've been really surprised with how fast the Ultrafear has been out there. Across the pond skim, hitting jumps or just cruising around on this slushy snow, it's been keeping speed really well. I think the fact that it comes with structure in the base straight out of the factory is helping a lot with keeping up and maintaining the speed on the snow we have out here. This board is definitely most at home in the park, and I'd say it's a pretty solid all-around freestyle snowboard. Whether you're hitting rails, whether you're hitting jumps, whether you're just getting into the park, I think that this board is pretty easy to control and it's pretty much capable of doing it all. It's not super soft, but still a lot of fun on the jibs, capable of getting some nice tall presses, and it's still gonna be fun on jumps. It has a decent amount of stability to offer. I'd say at least until you get to the larger side of the spectrum, it's gonna be totally fine on those small and medium jumps. I'd say rider in mind for this guy is definitely gonna be the more freestyle focused rider, someone who's spending like 60 to 70% of the time on the snowboard in the park. For that other 30–40% of time that you spend outside of the park, I think it's gonna do fine. It's gonna have a decent amount of stability. It's not gonna feel totally squirrely when you get up to really high speeds, but that's not really where this board thrives. It's definitely gonna feel most at home in the park and perform its best doing freestyle stuff. So hitting rails, hitting jumps, just getting creative with it. And I think that the biggest highlights on the Ultrafear that I noticed is that flex combined with the rocker dominant profile. It really finds a nice balance with butters being able to get some nice presses without having to put in too much effort, and to get that look that you want without just completely sacrificing your stability. And also that bass. Every time I've hopped on the Ultrafear, I've noticed it. I haven't waxed it since the first day that I rode it, and it's still just been keeping up speed really, really well. So I think that that's something that can help all aspects of your snowboarding, regardless of what you're trying to do with the snowboard. The more speed you have and the quicker that you can pick up speed, the easier you're going to be able to do things. Awesome guys, I hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video soon.